What's going on, YouTube? Hope everyone's doing all right, man. Like I said, I wanted to paint the engine bay. You guys can see I got some of that done. It's looking pretty good. I got to go back and do that spot up on the shock tower, but that shouldn't be too bad. I just didn't want to unbolt everything right now and forget where I went. But it's looking pretty good. I'm using POR 15 gloss black, and it's looking sexy, man. You know, it's not going to win any shows, but it definitely adds a different look to it. When you open the hood, I think it'll be all black and then this bright green engine. I think that'd be pretty wild. I got my two AN hoses here. This is the fuel inlet, and that's the fuel return. That's the return. See, they come out right there. I think that'd be a way easier design than going back around the firewall. I'm gonna do this side next, maybe tomorrow sometime, and keep chugging along. Let me see what else I got. I got some piping in for the hot side of the turbo. This guy would mount like this. And then there's your flange to mount the turbo to. But it looks like where this flange wants to come out, it might be a little too far forward. So I might have to, you know, do a 90 so the flange kind of comes out, you know, does a quick turn like this basically. And then I might have to cut this, oops, sorry guys. I might have to cut this second side and get it going a little bit straighter for the for this side of the manifold. But yeah, this is my initial attempt. Once I get it and get this engine in the car, I'll be able to see exactly, you know, how it looks. Does it look like it'll fit or not? I tried to take some early measurements, but it's always tough to tell with these things. So I got those. I got a 90-degree pipe. I got some V-band flanges here. I got some 45-degree 3-inch pipe. That's for trying to come across this bend. You know, basically do a 90 out of this opening, connect it here, and then have it go underneath the water neck, and then come back up to meet that flange. So that's kind of the idea. V-bands are pretty easy to get on and off. It's not a big deal if I got to take the water pump off or whatever. It's not worried about it. Put this back here. I got an alternator. It's an AC Delco. It's got a little bit of a click in there. I'm not sure why. But got that on. Power steering pulleys on. This is what I was telling you guys about. I might have to cut a notch in my engine mount. I might have to cut this corner off right here to make room for the power steering pump, because it's kind of comes forward and it hits it right here. So I think if I could come forward, make that turn, and then have it come back, I think I'd be all right. Other thing I noticed about these headers is that there's a little lip right here. I haven't tried to get my spark plug in there yet, but I might have to do a little grinding there. So we'll see about that. What else is going on? I think that's it mostly, guys, at least for now. That's the stuff I was using to paint the engine bay. Got it on Amazon. I think it's 15 bucks for a can. So that's not too bad. I'll definitely let it dry overnight. But it's looking pretty sick right now. You know, I think in the sunshine it might not look great, but you know, I think we can live with that, man. I think the engine's gonna take the show. So anyway, just wanted to give y'all a quick update, guys. But yeah, peace. All right, YouTube. Getting it back together. Got these heads torqued on, got my valve cover gasket on. Just torqued these heads down. I'm using the factory LS head bolts, the torque to yield ones. You see them down in there. Cleaned up these heads a little bit, just got the goo off of them, cleaned them up with brake cleaner. Got my rocker arms torqued down. These are the heads off the 6-liter, using the same push rods and same cam, same head. So we're getting it done. I'm about to put the valve cover back on. I gotta put the valley cover gasket on, and then I'm gonna start working on getting the clutch and bell housing off of the 6-liter. And it's just hanging out over here, but gotta get that going next. And then hopefully get the tranny back mounted up. So guys, we're getting through it. Well, got it together. It's always exciting, man. Got the heads torqued down. Valve train is done. Rocker arms, valve covers are done. I think I'm gonna have to cut this exhaust a little bit where it meets the spark plugs, and some of these exhaust bolts really aren't wanting to line up, so I might have to mess with those a little bit and kind of shave some material off. So that's kind of annoying, but it's all good. We're getting through it. I think next is I have to work on that engine mount over there. I'm going to cut that guy and mount it, and then see about welding it back together. Next I'm going to do the bell housing, get that fitted, and then I might I have to get this bracket on, and then I got to paint my alternator, but I can do that later. And then I want to put it in the car. So that's where we're at, guys. I'm gonna keep chugging along. All right, got both heads on, got the ignition coils on, exhaust manifolds are on, and I got to get some different coil plugs because it's just a really tight turn for this first coil going down to the plug, and I'm gonna have to get some like some of those heat protective boots to put on here. Obviously not for the last one, but for these ones up front. And then I might have to make a little heat shield, just like a thin little piece of metal, between this bolt and this bolt, maybe, just so it kind of has like a little protection between the coils and the exhaust, because I'm sure it's going to get hot. But yep, got that done. I got my crossover line done. I painted this guy. It's connected to the block right here, so it gets back to the water pump. I ordered a belt. I ordered a belt for it, serpentine belt. I do have my alternator over there. It's not painted, but should be okay. I'm gonna try and get it in the car as soon as I can, obviously, and then once I get it in there, I can start, plumbing stuff up. I don't really want to start doing that until I got it in the car for obvious reasons. I'm missing a bolt here I got to get. I got the bell housing, clutch, flywheel, pressure plate off the 6-liter. 6.0L. I'm going to take this off the hoist tomorrow, and then get this guy on the hoist and put the flywheel, pressure plate, and clutch on there, and then put this guy on the engine stand, and then take the hoist plate off. And then we're going to start tearing into this thing and see what's wrong with it. And then hopefully get the trans mounted up. I'm going to try and get the pressure plate, clutch, and flywheel on tomorrow. See how the alignment looks for the bell housing, and then try and get that transmission on there. And if it goes on easy, then we're in business. We're in business, man. I think we should be okay after that. Yeah, I think that's it. I painted my engine bay black. I'll show you guys that tomorrow. See, I got my bell housing. Looks like my flywheel got a little hot. I don't think I'm going to do anything with it quite yet. You can see it's got some heat marks there. I'm not going to do anything with it quite yet. I should probably get it resurfaced, but I think I'm just going to run it, man. Famous last words, right? But yeah, guys, I think that's it. We're going to keep grinding. Got it on the engine crane here. Looking pretty. Got my 6-liter on the ground over here. And working on the flywheel at the moment. I got the thrust bearing, or the pilot bearing, in the freezer. I just tightened these flywheel bolts up. We're going to check for run out in this direction. So I got my magnetic dial indicator. I'm going to stick it on the block. I'm going to set the dial right here and see if the disc like wobbles as it spins around as I turn the motor over, engine. And we'll check for that. After that, we will torque these down, get the pilot bearing installed. Then I have to check for bell housing alignment. I got to check these dowels. I think I have 5 thousandths offset dowels in the 6-liter. And what the dowels do is it locates the bell housing in relationship to the crankshaft to make sure that your transmission input shaft goes straight into the back of the crank, or really into the back of the pilot bearing, which is right here. So that's what I'm working on. And you can see I got the rear cover on right there. I got the rear main seal in. Yeah, I'm just getting through it, man. All right, so I just did it. This is a starting point. This is where I zeroed my indicator. You can see I got it set up here. It's touching the flywheel. Got it mounted on my engine block. This is where I ended, and it's at just under 1/2 thousandth of an inch negative. But started here, came to here, it was positive 2 thousandths of an inch, came back to 0, and then the last position was 0. So I think this is okay. I think you can have a maximum of 25 thousandths of an inch or 0.0025 deviation as the flywheel rotates. So I think we're good here. I'm going to take this off, put some RTV on these bolts and torque them down, and then start working the bell housing. All right, YouTube, got the engine back in the car. As you guys can see, it's looking real good. Looks like these headers are working out okay, at least for now. We'll have to see how they turn out in the end. And got to get under there and get the transmission cross member back in, and the engine mounts back on. But yeah, you can see it's looking good so far. And a lot of wiring still to do, but yeah, we'll keep you updated. Well, we got it sitting in here, guys. I'm gonna have to modify my engine mount here. You guys can see I cut a section out of it, and that's to get it to fit down here. Because of where the power steering pump is now, I got to avoid this little bend that supports, or that supplies fluid to the steering rack. So I'm getting ready to work on that, and hopefully I'll be able to set the engine in the car. I'd like to do that tonight, and I think if we can get that done, I think that's a great, I think that's a big W. And I think that gets us one step closer. So I do have to order plug wires because the ones I got I don't think will fit, just because of how they are. But yeah, you can see it's in the engine bay, sorry, but looks killer. Had some good friends help me out, so definitely appreciate that. But we're grinding, man. We're trying to get it done. What's going on, YouTube? Just working on this engine, man. Got it mounted up in the car. Had to modify my engine mount a little bit. Had to do some cutting and welding. but it seems to be in there okay, so that's good. I got the exhaust on. I was messing with the wiring, starters in. Got my power cable ran for my alternator. Just working on some packaging right now, man. And you know, with this turbo, it's not looking too good. You can see I'm trying to hide it in this corner, but it's such a big turbo. I'm kind of thinking I'm gonna have to cut it right here and then weld this flange back a little bit. You know, maybe bring it like an inch or two back so I can kind of get this how I want it. Obviously I have to have a crossover, but I'm not sure how I'm gonna roll quite yet. I don't know, just trying to think of ideas and how to fit it. This ABS block, I think that's got to move because it's rubbing the header, and that's not good. So, but yeah, guys, that's where we're at for now, and just gonna keep chugging along. I might mess around and see if I can fit the turbo in front of the engine right here. This little mount is where your radiator and condenser and oil cooler, all that stuff lives. So you got to imagine there's like a invisible wall right here that you can't really cross, and not to mention the BMW has giant headlights. So I don't know that this corner is going to work too well for the turbo. So we'll see, guys. Might have to rig up something a little more custom instead of just doing, you know, connecting some pipes and all that. But we'll see. Plus, this isn't even, you know, exhaust is going to come out here and, you know, supposed to go that way, I think. But how do you do that? You know, that's not really a good idea. So anyway, just giving y'all a quick update, guys. Peace. What's going on, YouTube? So here working on this car, man. See, I got the turbo kind of strapped in a little bit. I don't know if you guys know this, but turbo flanges are actually pretty expensive. I got a cheap turbo flange, this dual inlet guy, and that was probably 70 or 80 bucks, maybe 60 bucks. And then I picked up this super short T4 to 3-inch turbo flange, and I think that was 80 bucks. And they only go up from there. This was on Amazon, and I'm here to tell you, man, they don't get any cheaper. But I'm just kind of playing around with turbo fitment right now, seeing exactly where we're gonna put this thing. It's a tight fit in this engine bay. It's actually a decent sized engine bay for a car. But you know, I think just getting that plumbing is gonna be tough. I'm thinking about taking this side and routing it over here and tying into this exhaust pipe over here, like in this back section right here, and then routing it straight into the turbo like that, and then have this exhaust either come down and like below the subframe, or try and do like a quick turn and go back that way. But I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It's just it just gets tighter and tighter with every bolt you put on. But you can see how I kind of set up here. The compressor side is right here. I think that's okay. We can get a little filter on there, and then you know, this cold side, you know, getting routed down through this little plastic bit. But I'm kind of thinking the headlight might run into some issues here, so I'm not sure how to quite handle that yet. Not to mention the AC dryer is right here. And I don't know, there's another line that has to come through here too, so I don't know, man. It's getting super tight. So that's kind of where we're at for now. There's a little bit of room under here, you know, maybe go out here and then come back around or something. I'm not too sure yet, but I wanted to give you guys a quick update. I thought about rotating it this way. So the compressor side is over here, but that doesn't really give you anywhere to put the exhaust. It basically gives you the option of the fender, which I got some buddies who would love that, but I don't think I want to do that quite yet. I haven't given up quite yet on getting it routed like it should be. So I think I'm going to keep playing with it, see what kind of fitment I can get. This flange down here, I was kind of doing something like this where it was going to mount, you know, the turbo was going to mount down here and have two, you know, both exhaust headers feeding it. But I don't know, that wasn't really, I wasn't crazy about that fitment either. You know, I really do want the turbo sitting up top. So I don't know, I might return this flange and try something different. In other news, I got my turbo oil feed connected. That's connected off of a galley off the side of the block. You guys can see it right there. I forget the size, but it's connected to a -4 AM line. But that comes right off your oil pump. It's unfiltered oil, but you know, I think it'd probably be okay. That's really all I've been up to. I got my -10 return that I can weld into the oil pan. I'm probably gonna end up putting it on the side, of the oil pan, or in the front of the pan right here, just below the flange, so it gets all that oil gets routed right back into the sump. What else? I think that's it, guys. We're just gonna chug along and see how we can play this fitment, because it's getting a little crammed in here, but it's looking sick. I've been scoping out some nitrous kits online too, because why not? You know, why make 600 when you can make 700, right? So we'll see, guys, but just want to give y'all a quick update. I'm probably going to post this video and keep chugging along. Really the biggest thing I'm waiting on is parts, because it just takes time. You know, you got to ship something, get it back a week later, order something, then you get that a week later, and you know, I got other stuff to do besides work on this BMW. So, but anyway, guys, I think that's it for now, and yeah, we'll catch y'all later. Peace.